So we are hopping on for another Pimp Your Packaging tip for this video. So make sure you check it out. Allow me to tell you what is Pimp Your Packaging and introduce myself. So my name is Megan Young Gamble. I am known as the Project Execution Her and Principal Consultant at Get Level Consulting. And we are a boutique operations management firm that provides packaging solutions and project management consultancy to personal care brands that are in the health, beauty, wellness, and similar industries, where we help you pimp your packaging from conception to distribution to your retail shelf, whether that's in a brick and mortar store or through the e-commerce platform. And so with Pimp Your Packaging, it is our 4-step proprietary framework that we utilize to help take your concept and execute it with ease as we work with our clients one-on-one as their in-house project management and development team. So with that being stated, I like to share these nuggets with you all. So regardless of where you are in your business, you know the right processes and the techniques and the steps that you need out here on these packaging and product development streets. Okay, so that's who I am, and that's what Pimp Your Packaging means. So let's go ahead and get into this tip for today. And I want to let you know that how you set the tone for your project, your products that you're creating, is going to trickle down to everything else that is to come. And so hear me out. The reason I say that the tone helps you with your project is because, number one, depending upon how invested you are into creating your brand or working with these brand owners that are in product-based businesses. So if you're a service provider, like a marketing agency, a project team, marketing, branding team, etc., you work with these product-based businesses day in, day out, right? And so you are setting the tone of how it is to work with you and your firm and also with creation of the finished good product. So let me give you an example. So say for instance, you want to create a skincare serum, right? You want to create a skincare serum. Now, before you can actually get the finished product, you have to know what is the branding first and what does the brand represent? What is the values? What is the ethos? What is the mission? And more. And so you can actually check out and get my training on the 5 things to include in your brand guidelines to get all that together, which you have the link down below. But anyways, even with understanding those things, that is important because that helps you to set the tone of what packaging you may start to utilize for your skincare serum, to then know what messaging and description you will utilize as part of your copy, working with your copywriter and such, right? Which then plays into what is the product, how is that skincare serum going to help me with my skin issues. So if I have hyperpigmentation, it's a different type of messaging than just saying I need moisturization because my skin is dry, right? And so all of those things has a trickle down impact for you to create your finished good product. But you're not able to do that if you don't set the tone at the beginning of development and making sure that everybody is on the same track for production of your finished good product. So if you don't know the branding and the tone of the voice of your brand, then how is it that you're going to resonate and hit that pain point for that consumer because you have not set the tone? How do you know what all the requirements are to produce your finished good product if you're not setting the tone? If you're not really energized about the product it is that you're trying to launch and you're doing it just to be doing it because somebody may have told you to do it, or you picking up the slack because the other partner's not there, or you like, you know what? I need to figure out how to make some quick money and I'm just gonna make these products real quick from my home lab and such, just to get it out there to see if it works and to see if people want it because I'm trying to generate some additional income and such, right? All of that, whatever your purpose is, you have to set the tone of it. And if you are, fall into one of those situations that I just mentioned, you're not going to set the tone for your project and creation of your products to be available to the market on the right track, because you already have a limiting mindset, and that is going to roll over into creation of those products, right? Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to have hard times. I'm not saying that. Like, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, having a side hustle, or whatever the case may be, there are its own challenges and such with that, So I'm not saying that you're not gonna have challenging moments, but what I am saying is if you already have a limiting mindset from the beginning of creation of your product in the product development phase, then it is going to set the tone for the remaining task that is required to make your finished good product. So guys, make sure you're setting the tone for your project from the beginning of development. Make sure that you're invested into it. Make sure your stakeholders are invested into this project as well. How do you start to gain buy-in from your potential consumers and such? You know, what does that look like? You know, how do you set the tone from the beginning? It's going to roll over into everything else that you do. So I hope that this Pimp Your Packaging tip helps you. And this was more than just packaging, but with the nuggets I did share with you today, that rolls over to your packaging, because if you don't know your branding, you don't know the tone of your voice, you don't know the messaging, you don't know how that's going to help, you know, the end consumer and such and the end user, then how are you going to determine what's going to be on your packaging and how it's going to resonate on the packaging and how you're going to hit that pain point and such on your packaging? You don't know because you haven't set the tone of your brand. So guys, make sure that it makes sense for your business, and I hope you enjoyed this Pimp Your Packaging tip. To make sure you check out for more tips and such for packaging as part of your product development and such, make sure you go ahead, hit the subscribe button down below, the bell notification, and click the link that's down in the description below to get on the email list so you can get all the tea you need out here on these packaging and product development streets. So I'll talk to y'all soon.